So I wanted to share with you our homeschooling plan for the year. As we've got the kids, we're traveling the world for 1 year, starting in Africa, but plan to go on to Vietnam, Thailand, and some places around Europe. We've got a plan ironed out for educating our 3 children, ages 11, 10, and 7. And we started that today, but I wanted to give a chance for my wife, Sarah, to walk you through kind of what we got planned and have worked out. Of course, this is all, subject to whatever's going on events-wise during the week. We're gonna try to have some cultural experiences. That's really the point of this trip, is to get out, have adventure with the family, and do things like that. So let's dive into this, and I'm gonna get Sarah to show you kind of how we're handling the homeschooling part.
So basically what we have brainstormed and come up with in terms of homeschooling structure for the kids is this morning we've started, we are using the Good and the Beautiful curriculum, which before we left the U.S., I had consulted with some other homeschooling parents, and they recommended that being a wonderful curriculum for a traveling family, because we're going to be in Tanzania for 3 months, and then we're going to be traveling to Thailand, Vietnam, Bali, and then Europe. And so we needed something that was going to be flexible to work with our plans as we travel and have adventures together as a family. So essentially what we have is we have 3 children. Our oldest is going into 6th grade, and so she started her 6th grade curriculum this morning. And then we have a middle daughter, Hannah, that started her 5th grade material, and then Isaac, who started 2nd grade material. And so they're all in different grades, but one thing that's cool is they each have spelling, handwriting, language arts, science. Well, actually, wait a second. Science and Bible and history we are doing as a family, but in terms of the specific grades, we're doing spelling, handwriting, language arts, and math. They each will have their own specific designated curriculum for that. So, for example, what we've kind of come up with for our time in Tanzania is we want to focus on the kids doing 2 spelling lessons a day, 3 pages of handwriting a day, 3 lessons of language arts, and then we have 2 science books that we're going to be going through, ecosystems and mammals, and we thought that would be really appropriate to do being in Tanzania, because we're going to do some safaris and go see some national parks while we're here. And so it'll be really cool to integrate what they're learning in their science curriculum to like real life experiences and going on safari and seeing some of the animals that we're studying about in science. Josiah had talked about doing a humanities kind of elective course with the kids where they can kind of get creative, and we can do a project or some kind of a lesson once a week, and it can be anything, but we want them to really dive into the culture. We're wanting to build a chicken coop and have chickens while we're here. And so, going through that process with the kids, I think will be really effective. And so what we're going to do with the kids is we're going to have them go through that experience in the video, and they kind of can share what they're learning about those different projects. And then, of course, we're going to incorporate Bible study into our days. Our homeschooling week that we have created is Monday through Thursday, because we want to have some flexibility on Fridays to go out and have adventures and stuff. And for many of you families that do homeschooling, you know that it's very flexible, and so you can do your schooling in the morning and then have adventures in the afternoon, or go explore, do different things. But essentially what we're looking at is a flexible curriculum so that we do have time and space to do those other things. Another thing that's really cool that Josiah is going to do with the kids is he's going to create a personal finance course for them. So they'll be learning about, how to save, how to invest, how to budget their money. He's going to talk to them about different investment opportunities, which they'll have a lot of fun with that. And he's going to be handling the math because that's not my forte. But we're really looking forward to it. And what we have decided to do is we want to tackle the spelling and the handwriting and language arts while we're here in Africa, so that we can leave some of that curriculum behind for some of the students and the different people that we've met here. I think they would really benefit from some of those resources. And so we're going to tackle those subjects and get those accomplished before leaving Tanzania. And so we have a little bit of a different kind of hybrid schedules because we are leaving some curriculum behind to share with the people here. So, but we're really excited about it. I've never homeschooled before. I always tell people, please pray for us. But, you know, I believe that collectively we can make it work. And so far, the kids have responded really well. They're really enjoying the curriculum. They're having a lot of fun with it. And they're excited about some of the adventures we're going to have together.
And so I'm pumped about doing their math. The year I lived in Tanzania, when I was 12 years old, my dad taught my math courses, my mom taught the other stuff, and that was a great year. My mom did force me to make straight 100s on everything, because if I missed anything, she made me go back and redo it. So it was the best grades I ever got in my life that year. But I'm excited about teaching them the math. I've been helping with their other stuff this morning, but I'm doing a personal finance course with them. Going to teach them about Bitcoin, the most sound money in the world. And I told them they're going to be the only kids their age that have had any course on Bitcoin. And also going to teach them about real estate. I was a finance professor for a couple years on the college level, so I'm going to teach them real estate, teach them personal finance. So they're going to be coming out of the gate, hopefully with a head start on a lot of this stuff that sometimes these schools don't actually prepare them for. So should be a good year. We're most excited about just the spiritual growth that's going to occur with these experiences we're having, about letting them get out of their comfort zones, see different parts of the world, learn different cultures, and just have some adventure together as a family. So this has been a dream of ours for quite a while to get out and do this, and it's a lot of fun doing it. It's definitely, there's culture shock involved. We've been here a little over 1 week, and it's definitely different. You know, can't drink the water out of the tap, don't have air conditioning, don't have high-speed internet, sleeping under mosquito nets, all that. But it's been a really great experience so far. But got a couple of the kids here right now. I'm gonna let them tell you what they think. What do you think about, let's ask you about homeschooling so far. What do you think? You've done a day of it, so not much, but a little bit. What do you think about homeschooling?
It's hard, but it's fun.
That's right.
It's fun to be school to do work at home, so we can learn, but not having to go switch classes a lot, and you can just stay in your house.
Yeah.
You could even stay and you won't really have to get dressed. Really, you can just be comfortable and do your work and stuff.
Yep, doing it in
I'm
your
glad
pajamas.
we're doing it.
What are you thinking about homeschooling?
I'm glad we're doing
You're
it.
glad you're doing it. All right. What do you think about homeschooling so far?
I like it, and it's fun because I just like the homeschooling material and my teachers, because it's my mom and dad, and I like being in Africa because it's different, but everyone is really nice here.
So, what has everyone started on today?
Handwriting.
And what?
Cursive.
Homeschooling, right?
Yeah.
Day 1 of homeschooling. And we've got Eden is tearing into the handwriting. Hannah, what you working on?
Tearing into the handwriting.
Tearing into the handwriting. Isaac is
Handwriting.
tearing into the handwriting.
They let you draw a picture.
They let you draw
And I'm
pictures.
coloring the picture.
I've created a new course, Personal Finance 101, which is going to include Bitcoin education.
Oh, great.
Super pumped about that. These kids are going to learn about sound money.
We already know.
They're going to learn about how to 100x their life. All right, what just happened yesterday?
I lost one too.
Let me see, which one did you lose? Whoa, big stuff. And what happened to the tooth?
I swallowed it.
You swallowed it?
Uh-huh.
Well, you'll have to wait a little bit to get that one back, I guess. Did the tooth fairy visit you last night?
Yeah.
All right, what did you
Gave
get?
me African money since
Whoa.
we're in Africa.
Whoa, and how much is that?
2,000 shillings.
2,000 shillings. Good grief. Let me see. Hold it up there. Nice. Man. So I guess that makes you a rich person now.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with all that money?
I don't know.
Cool. Well, congratulations. Tell me how old you are.
7.
7. And your
And a
birthday's
half.
coming up, right?
Yeah. It's
So let me see it, where you lost that tooth again. You got a bunch of them missing in there now.
I got.
How are you gonna eat with all those
this
teeth
one,
missing?
This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. I
How you
got
gonna
7.
How you gonna eat with all those teeth missing?
I don't know.
You'll figure it out. All right, bud. Fist bump. Way to go, big man.